Hi, Claire Downham, the Queen of Calm here, with a Calmcast, a time to feel calm and think clearly. And I've had an interesting experience this morning. An experience I guess you might call overwhelm a little bit. So I was running a little bit late today. I had to do a blood test, a home kit blood test. And I, in my often usual fashion, thought I could insert a 30-minute task into a 5-minute window. And the whole process took a little bit longer than I was expecting. And as I prepared to make this, create this talk and speak to you, I noticed that feeling bubbling up inside me. A feeling of being a bit rushed, feeling a little bit overwhelmed, thinking like I wasn't going to make it in time. And feeling like, as a result of that, perhaps the rest of my day wouldn't pan out quite how I wanted it to. But what I noticed too was a sense of calm underneath that. A sense of knowing that it was okay for me to be responding like that in this moment because I was caught up in what was inside my head. I was caught up in my thinking. And that was perfectly okay. And now I feel really calm again. I think one of the things that makes us feel more overwhelmed is the sense that the overwhelm is coming from the things that we think it's coming from. Great examples of this are things like our things we have to do. So we might have a list of jobs, an inbox full of emails, some goals we want to meet. Perhaps if we're working, we've got a sense of a boss who wants all of those things doing yesterday. And because if you're thinking that that feeling of overwhelm is coming from those things outside of you, it can seem like the only way to make them go away is to do them all. Have you ever had that feeling? If I just get all these jobs done, if I get all this stuff finished, I'll feel okay. I'll feel okay again. All I have to do is get all these things done. Does that increase or decrease your feeling of overwhelm? If you feel like you can only feel calm again, you can only lose that tight feeling that you have due to the overwhelm if you get all those jobs done. That can seem insurmountable, can't it? It can seem huge. But it turns out it's not really how it works. And I hope you've got some awareness of this around yourself and the people around you. So the first thing is to notice other people. Not everyone finds a full inbox overwhelming. Not everyone finds a big long list of jobs to do overwhelming. Not everyone finds the same things as you or me overwhelming. I have a friend at the moment who is a primary school head teacher in this country, in the UK, and it's a bit busy at the moment, as you can imagine, with continual monitoring of things to do with coronavirus and continual changes that are coming in and everything to manage. But when I spend time with her, she is very measured about it, very calm about it. She's kind of got her head together about it. But I am sure there are other people in the same position or similar positions who are finding that really overwhelming. It's not the circumstance. And I think you will have noticed this too. Like, have you noticed in yourself that you can have a full inbox with and feel okay about it? Like, the inbox is still there. It's still got 500 emails in it. Maybe yours has got 5,000. Mine did once. One of my accounts still has that many because I just tend to ignore it because it's full of spam. And it turns out that can be okay. Turns out you don't have to feel a certain way about that. It doesn't have to feel overwhelming. In any moment, the way you feel about one of your circumstances, whether or not it feels overwhelming, is to do with your state of mind. And that's why if you're feeling buoyant, if you've had a nice day or something pleasant has happened in you, or you've had a really good night's sleep perhaps, something really like that has happened, you can look at your inbox and just go, oh well, I'll get it sorted eventually. And you can feel different about it. And there are other times when perhaps your mood is a little different, when you could show up to your inbox and look at it and literally feel like the thing is pressing on your chest. It's the same with all of the things that you may need to do in any day, or the tasks you may think you need to do, or are there on your list. You don't always need to do them all, do you, it turns out? All of those things are connected to you via the process of the thoughts you have about them in the moment, which is why it's so fluid. And the power of this is just in the knowing. If you think that the source of overwhelm is the full inbox or the jobs or anything else, then it can seem like those things have got to go away for you to stop feeling overwhelmed. Then that feeling of overwhelm may never go away because those things are still there. And it is the thought about the fact they need to go away for you to feel better that can really get in the way of you being able to find that place of calm, being able to let go of the overwhelm, being able to just not feel so overwhelmed. There is a beautiful self-writing system in all of this. In you, there is a beautiful self-writing system. And every time you see, I've just got a lot of thinking about my inbox today, and that's why it feels so overwhelming. Every time you see that, something magical happens. There's a falling away. I guess there's a sense that you don't have to think that about your inbox. And when you know that the inbox doesn't have to be empty for you to feel okay, something quite magical happens. So all I'm inviting you to do in any moment is to just be aware. Don't judge that it's not okay for you to feel overwhelmed about your inbox or anything else, but just bring some awareness to it. Can you notice how your inbox has the same number of emails in today as yesterday, and yet you feel different about it? You don't feel so overwhelmed. You feel calmer, or perhaps you feel more overwhelmed than you did yesterday. It's just in the noticing that there is the power. So stay curious and aware. I'm Claire Downham, Queen of Calm, and this has been the Calmcast, a time to feel calm and think clearly. Thank you so much for being here. Take care.